Okay. Welcome to Unit 4, Lesson 19, Real and Non-Real Solutions Practice Problems. Okay, find a complex solution. So we're just going to go right into the quadratic formula. Negative b, negative of 2 plus or minus b squared, which is 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is negative 2 times c, which is negative 2.5. Now, how did I get negative 2.5? Well, you had to subtract 2.5 from both sides because this is not equal to 0. So this becomes negative 2x squared plus 2x minus 2.5 equal to 0. All over 2a, which gives us negative 2 plus or minus 4 minus 20 all over negative 4. So we get negative 2 plus or minus negative 16 all over negative 4. We get negative 2 plus or minus 4i all over negative 4, which gives us negative 2 over 4 plus or minus 4 over negative 4i. Now, the tricky thing about this negative is that it gets absorbed in this plus minus. So you could write it like this. 1/2 minus plus, which is an odd convention, I. Or you could just leave the plus minus on top. But the thing is, the minus changed the plus to minus, and the minus changed the bottom minus to plus. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. So that's just some fraction magic that we do. Separate the fraction because it has the same denominator. Separate the numerator, the grouping in the numerator, and do your math with the numbers. Okay, on to number 2. So this is equal to 0 already. So now b, the negative of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. Now this is going to be interesting. All over 2a gives us negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 minus, which is 9 over 9. So 9 minus 9 is 0, so we have negative 3 over 9, which equals negative 1/3, because you always have to reduce your fractions. Okay, let's look at number C. Add 14 to both sides. So rewriting our equation, we got 1/2 x squared plus 5x plus 14 equal to 0. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a gives us negative 5 plus or minus 25 minus 28 all over 2, not 2, 1. Gives us negative 5 plus or minus the square root negative 3 all over 1, which is minus 5 plus or minus I root 3. That's it. Okay, for D, the last one. Subtract 7 from both sides. Rewrite your equation, negative 1x squared, if you don't like the negatives, minus 1.5 x, 5 minus 7 is negative 2, equal to 0. All right, now let's fill in the quadratic formula. Negative of negative 1.5 plus or minus the square root 1.5 squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a gives us 1.5 plus or minus. 1.5 squared is 2.25 because 15 squared is 225 minus 3 negatives make a negative 8 all over negative 2. Leaves us with 1.5 plus or minus 5.75 all over negative 2. And this one is a mess because you get 1.5 over negative 2 plus or minus. That was negative 5.75 over negative 2. 1.5 divided by 2 is 0.75 or 3/4. 0.75 plus or minus I root 5.75 over 2. And 0.75 is also 3/4. So you can see the answer written like this or like that. Understand how to turn your decimals back into fractions. Okay, this is the last problem. Okay, how can we prove that these are equivalent? Equivalent in math means the numbers, the combination numbers look different, but the value is the same. So what can we do with these? So the one thing we can do is, what if I take just this part, the complex part, and I square it? If I square this, I get I squared times 0.5. I squared is -1, so that's negative 0.5 as an answer. But that also means that I could square just this part right here, the complex part of it, or the imaginary part of it, over 4 squared, which gives me I squared times 8 over 16. Because when you square the top, when you have a square in a fraction, you square the top and the bottom. 8 divided by 16 is also 1/2. I squared is -1. -1/2 equals negative 0.5. So even though they look different, they have the same value, which makes them equivalent.